Hey guys, welcome back to Love Life Support.
Welcome back.
Yes,
Or I guess we're back. I don't
we're
know.
back. We're back. We're definitely
It's
back.
been a very long time, but we have decided to start this podcast back up again, and I hope you guys are still here.
I hope you've been missing as much as we have.
Yep, I miss doing these stories, so we're gonna start doing it again.
Amen.
Not much else to say, so I guess
Yeah, right?
we're gonna get into it.
Right.
The theme today is family drama, a classic.
That's like probably one of our favies
Yep.
right there. We have,
Um,
we're no strangers to family drama.
So, yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
Okay, so here is the first story.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for saying that my brother in law and his future wife can't sleep in our bedroom while we host them on their honeymoon?
I don't know.
Okay, I, 35 female, and my husband, 36 male, are fortunate enough to live in an area of the world that is very beautiful and as a result, frequently visit it for honeymoons. My brother in law, 30 male, and his soon to be wife, 28 female, are getting married in August and want to honeymoon in the area where my husband and I live. And they asked about a month ago if they could stay with us on their honeymoon. We agreed. They are family and are also tight on funds. We are happy to help and host them. However, they asked my husband last week if they could stay in our bedroom on their honeymoon. We have a 2-bedroom house, and our guest room has an air mattress that is used for when friends and family stay. Otherwise, it's my work from home office, hence why we don't have a typical mattress in there. My brother in law didn't really get into specifics of why they didn't want the guest bedroom slash air mattress, but the gist seemed to be we don't think an air mattress is honeymoon appropriate. When my husband asked me about it, I was honest with him and said I wasn't comfortable with his brother and his new wife sleeping in our bed on their honeymoon. My husband agreed with me. Apparently, us saying no to his requests has caused some issues in my husband's family, particularly with his sister, who's saying we should just let brother in law and his future wife stay in our room, as it is their honeymoon and they shouldn't have to sleep on an air mattress. We love everyone in this scenario, especially brother in law and his future wife, and don't want to cause a rift, so my husband is sort of leaning towards accommodating to their requests. However, I am not down to change my mind on this. It honestly really grosses me out because I believe that the reason they want our bedroom is so they can comfortably bang during their honeymoon on a regular, not air mattress. That's the end of the story.
Huh. Well, I understand not wanting to bang on an air mattress, but there's a guest room, right?
The guest room has the air mattress.
Oh,
So, like, they would have their own room, but it's with an air mattress because when someone is not staying, they use it as an office.
okay. That makes sense. Is there motels there?
So, the whole point is that they want to save money and it's like a beautiful area
Yeah.
to
So
honeymoon.
beggars can't be choosers?
Yeah. Basically, I think that either, well, they don't want to get a regular mattress in that room because of the fact that they don't want it to use up the space. It doesn't seem like it's like a financial issue of them like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to have to pay for like, getting a whole mattress, getting a whole bed frame, getting a
Yeah.
whole this. I was going to say like, oh, they could offer to pay for that because that's probably maybe cheaper than getting a hotel. Like, I don't know. I'm guessing that this is like like they say it's a beautiful area. So I'm assuming it's probably going to be like a more expensive area. So if you were to get a hotel or a motel, it's or an Airbnb, it's kind of like everything's expensive, I would assume, but there's got to be something that's cheaper.
Just it just doesn't make sense. Like, why are you gonna be so picky when you just want to save money? Like, if you just want to save money, you can't be picky.
Yeah.
And on a honeymoon, you just shouldn't. I wouldn't even do that on a honeymoon anyway.
Yeah. First off, going to your family's house for your honeymoon is just going to be awkward in general,
Yeah.
unless you're going to have the whole house to yourself. If they were like going to have the whole house to themselves and then the original, like the couple that owns the place is not going to be there,
Hmm.
then maybe I would be like, whatever. But I mean, it's a little weird. Like, I get, like, you know what they're going to do.
I know it's not like slick.
And, like, even if it's like they make sure to clean the sheets and the pillowcases and whatever before they leave, it's still weird.
Hmm.
So, I don't know.
I just think like it's not your house at the end of the day.
I think it's a weird request because it's like obvious what they're gonna do.
Hmm.
So, like if it's you're staying with someone and they're, recovering or something, you might give them your bed in comparison to an air mattress because they're recovering or something.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna be having sex.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
someone's on their honeymoon and they're like, we don't want the air mattress because it's our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Well, there's no other reason other than that they're gonna have sex.
Yeah. They're gonna test that air mattress out.
So I don't think you're the asshole.
No, I
I
don't.
think that they need to maybe save up for it or plan to use the money that they're gonna get from their wedding to
Yeah.
use that to buy a hotel or a motel or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if the air mattress is filled up all the way, it shouldn't be a problem.
You're
Also,
thinking about the logistics.
the floor is fine too. If there's a rug, it's fine.
John Paul,
What?
you're crazy.
No, I'm just trying to be smart about it. If it was me, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. Air mattress is fine. But on a honeymoon, I wouldn't even want to do that. I'd be like,
Honestly, I
let's get a
probably
place.
wouldn't have even offered for them to stay with me on their honeymoon.
I know. They should get a suite. Something fancy.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason you need to be saying they need to come in their room.
So everyone pretty much agrees that this person is not the asshole.
Yeah.
Someone quoted, "It is not, or it is their honeymoon, and they shouldn't have to sleep on an air mattress. Remind sister and the rest of the family that no one, let alone you and your husband, are forcing them to spend their honeymoon in your home. This was their choice and their request. Your guest bed happens to be an air mattress. If they don't think that an air mattress is, wait, what? If they think that an air mattress isn't good enough, they are free to choose any other location that isn't your home."
Mm-hmm. For freaking real.
So, I mean, they should book a hotel. Someone said, "Not the asshole. Absolutely no. They can save up for a hotel. They don't have to take their honeymoon right now. They can wait a year or so. The entitlement is extreme."
Yeah.
And OP said, "I hadn't thought about that. You're right. They could definitely wait and postpone the honeymoon until they have more money."
Yeah, that's a lot of people do that. So
It's like, also, why would you want to ask? Because then it's kind of obvious why you're asking, which is just kind of awkward. But at the same time,
yeah.
they should know that's what you're going to be doing on your honeymoon. So,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
natural. Like, I don't know.
I would probably just, like, um, not do it.
I hate stuff that like is reasonable to say no, and then it's gonna destroy. You're the reason the family is destroyed. Like, I hate that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think we need to say much more.
No, just cut and dry. Beggars cannot be choosers. All right, here's the next story. Am I the asshole for refusing to give up my Airbnb? I, 30 male, am in the wedding party for my cousin's wedding, about a 4-hour drive away, in a little over a week. As soon as I was asked, I booked the Airbnb for me, my wife, and our daughter. We found out about some health issues with my father-in-law this week, and after a long discussion, we decided my wife and daughter would stay home and help him recover, and I would still go to the wedding instead of dropping out as a groomsman last minute. Still not sure who told my sister, 25, about the change in plans, but within a day, she's calling me not asking me that I should give my Airbnb reservation to her boyfriend, and their 2 kids because they need the space of 2 bedrooms. And since it's just going to be me, wouldn't I be more comfortable in a hotel room? As much as I was looking forward to some peace and quiet to myself for a couple of days, the people pleaser in me won out, and hey, pool, bar/restaurant downstairs, and the housekeeping didn't sound too bad. Plus, I'll be busy with wedding stuff most of the weekend anyways. So I offered just pay for the cost difference between their hotel room and the Airbnb. No response. An hour later, my mom calls. Why am I being unreasonable? Don't I know that my sister is having financial difficulties? The $250 difference isn't going to make or break me. I stood firm and said they had 8 months' notice for the wedding. They could have saved up for an Airbnb too. But no, I'm the bad guy, and family needs to look out for each other, and why can't I make this small sacrifice? I know I don't need all the space of a cabin to myself, but it's not my fault you booked a hotel room for 4 people. Do I stay firm and say no? Do I offer a payment plan for the difference? Not sure I trust her to actually pay me back anyway. I'm tempted to even say Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday to all 4 of you. Don't ask for anything for a while. Am I the asshole? All right, Patty, what is your perspective on this story here?
Um, well, it sounds like they just want to save money because they could have, like, he's like, oh, why didn't they book, something bigger? It's because they don't want to spend that money. But they saw that you're going to be having a bigger space and you probably don't need that. So let's just do a switch and call it even. Which, if he wanted to offer that to them, then that would have been nice. And, like, obviously, he probably wouldn't ask for money or whatever.
Yeah.
But them asking, it's like, well, you would assume it's because they couldn't find anything. But obviously, they could have found something to have enough space for their family. They didn't want to spend the money. So they just thought that you're going to just give it to them to be nice.
Yeah. I don't understand what happened here because she's calling him, telling him to do this.
Like, she probably said, you should give us that, so, and then we can just switch. Instead of being like, hey, do you think, that's probably what it was.
And then he says, pay for the cost difference between their hotel room and Airbnb. No response? Was that like
Like,
they
she
started
didn't
texting now, you
respond.
think? Or he just hung up? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
But
Maybe she just didn't respond to that.
you just kind of avoid the question. Yeah, it probably is. So, yeah, this is something that you would offer if you wanted to do it, not somebody would come and tell you to do it. And
Yeah.
then it's just like there are things like we've had this conversation so many times where it's like like to keep the family together, like that kind of thing, and it's like, yeah, that's fine, and there's some things you can do, but $250 is a lot of money for that. At least for me, it is like a lot of money to just be like, oh yeah, it's fine, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, if he's making a lot of money, then maybe that would be nice of him to do because it's assumed that his sister is not doing well with, like, financially. But, like, it would be assumed if you're asking for it, you would be paying the difference. Why would he go to a hotel room that's going to cost way less than an Airbnb or whatever, or cabin? Like, yeah, he doesn't need the space, but, like, he spent that money.
Yeah, or maybe he can like even put them up in the cabin, you know, like with him.
Yeah, but it's probably not, like, maybe that much space.
Maybe that's like 4 people.
I think it's like 2 bedrooms.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
So it would basically be the same thing as them having their hotel room, which they
yeah.
already, I guess, paid for. I don't know. I don't understand. I think they already got a hotel room, so they just want to switch and then call it even rather than paying the difference. Which, again, if he wanted to do that for her,
Yeah.
then that's nice. But I don't think he should be asking for that.
Yeah.
Because just because he might be making more money than you don't really know
It's
their
just not.
financial
That's
situation.
just not.
I mean,
You
he
don't.
has kids and a family too.
Yeah.
So,
That's just not. I don't think that's like their business. How much somebody makes is like. That's kind of private, right?
yeah, I mean, people are getting more open with it, but
Yeah. You gonna see some comments here? Guess the overall vote.
not the
Yeah,
asshole.
you could see that. First comment, not the asshole. If your mother is so concerned about her sister's finances, why doesn't she pay? Parents never do this. What the heck is up with that? They've never done this in the history of time.
Yeah.
Never done the thing that they're telling you to do.
Mhm.
And then not the asshole. Your sister is trying to mooch because she sees an opportunity for a free upgrade. Stand firm. She can pay the difference or stay at the hotel. That's completely fair.
And I'm sure they got a hotel room that has 2 beds. Like, I feel like that's pretty normal. I mean, like, I don't know. I remember going to hotel rooms with my parents, and it's just 2 separate beds. Or, like, I don't really remember us getting more than one room at times. Like, share a room all together
Yeah.
because to save money.
I've done that with your family
Yeah.
for
So,
for a wedding. One comment says, like, don't expect anything for Christmas or birthday for a while. You
I feel
know,
like that is a good idea. Like,
that's funny.
if he was like, I really don't need this much space. And then that's for like that he's able to save money that way by being like if he always gives them gifts,
Yeah,
just be like, I'm not gonna give
right.
you gifts for a
This is
year or
you
two
spent your
or
money for gifts right
something.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just be like, yeah, sure, that's fine, and then switch, and then he gets the hotel key card, and then it's like he sends a message later that's like that, and then
I don't know, I'd probably just say it like in advance, like you can
yeah,
do that if you don't want to pay the difference, like that's fine. But I'm not like this is gonna be your Christmas and birthday gifts for the year. Yeah, whatever.
yeah, and then like yeah, somebody says write a card that says part one of hotel is the gift.
Mm. I feel like that's a fine exchange too. Like that's fine. You can do that.
Yeah, um, I don't know. You could even say like if you were trying to be mean, you could be like, now he's gonna sublet the Airbnb to them for even more money. He's gonna make a profit. Like that's how people think nowadays.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just everyone's kind of on the side of the OP. So I agree. There's not much to say there. What do you think?
Yep.
All right, want to move on?
Mhm. This is the next story.
Mm-hmm.
This is coming from someone who's young. I feel like we never uh, hear stories on Reddit like
Mm-hmm.
from someone who's young. This person's 14 that is writing this.
Really? I feel like it's always like British ladies, like old British ladies on Reddit. He's like, my mom, and like
Not
honor with
old
a
though. It's usually like
favorite with a U.
20s, 30s.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's that. Well, middle age. There you go.
20s is middle age. 30s is not middle age.
30s. Some people die at 60. For the
Dude, what the
medieval
fuck?
times.
That's not what you think about.
Mm,
Don't think about that. Okay, anyways.
good point.
Am I the asshole for sneaking out and causing my sister to lose her job? My sister is 33, female, and I'm 14, female. She had a baby 3 months ago. I just got out of school for the summer and really wanted to rest. But my sister decided she wants to finally get a job. Now she's making me babysit my niece. I have zero experience with babies and I get overstimulated easily. It's really hard for me. I asked her if she could put the baby in daycare or something, but she refused. I decided to just suck it up, but it's been exhausting. I have insomnia and it's hard to sleep when I feel like I need to be awake 24/7 to watch the baby. I'm constantly scared something might happen if I fall asleep. I told my mom how I felt, but she said I'll just have to deal with it. Both my parents work, so I'm left alone with the baby for hours almost every day. A few days ago, I got tired of everything. The night before my sister got ready for work, I snuck out and went to my friend's house so I wouldn't have to deal with it and could finally get some sleep. When I came home that morning, after I saw all the missed calls and messages, and my mom and sister were really mad at me. They said I was being selfish and lazy. My sister even quit her job because I told her I'd leave again if she kept making me babysit. I definitely felt bad after. It feels like my whole family is barely talking to me except for my dad, and even he said I shouldn't have done that. Also, I love my niece. This isn't hate to her. She's adorbs. And that was it, technically, but there's a little edit.
Okay.
And she's basically saying in the edit that her niece's father doesn't want anything to do with her or my sister. It's been that way since she was pregnant anyway. So she left him and moved back in with us. She had a job before but quit to take care of the baby when she was a newborn and up until now, of course. And their mom was working at the same place. And they were doing the same
Oh.
shifts, so
She
they
may
were
be getting a
both
ride.
like
Yeah.
basically she was left alone with the baby pretty much because like her mom and her sister were gone at the same time.
Probably like this, like every day.
Yeah.
All right, this one's really difficult situation that OP is in. Like normally I'd say you should communicate better, but it sounds like she did, and she was just getting no, 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 no. You have to do this. You have to do this. So she just didn't one day because it's not her responsibility.
Yeah, I feel like if she was older or if she was older or if she had obviously agreed to watching the baby,
Mhm.
then her leaving
Mhm.
randomly
Mhm.
is really really bad.
Yeah.
But since she is younger and she didn't agree, I feel like it makes sense that's her reaction
Yeah.
because again, if she was like 20 and didn't agree, I would say that reaction is pretty immature, but she's 14.
Yeah. She's not getting paid too, Patty. That's the crazy part.
I'm sure she's not.
Like she's forced to do it. She's not getting paid. I originally thought the story was going to be like she left without saying anything, like in the middle of the day when she's gone at work already. But she didn't even do that. Like
Yeah, like
the baby's never in danger.
yeah.
So that changes everything. I thought it was going to be that. So definitely not the asshole. I mean, what are you going to do when you're communicating and no one's listening? You have to use your actions to communicate. And I don't appreciate the whole family ghosting her
Yeah.
and calling her like a bad person. She's only 14. She's
Hmm.
barely out of being a kid herself.
And she also doesn't have any experience, so like overall it's kind of just I mean a little dangerous, you know, if
Yeah.
she doesn't know how to handle every situation with
Yeah.
a baby.
I wonder how old the baby is.
I don't know. I think
A couple
I
months.
I don't know. She's still a baby, I guess.
Yeah. This is just it's just a pushy person, pushy parent. It's just like having kids is one of those things. Like a lot of people don't want to tell you this, but it's you had a lot of thinking. That's like we do a lot of thinking when we decide that kind of thing. It's a lot of thinking and
Yeah.
planning. It's do I want to have a child with this person? Is this person going to be there for me? Is the father going to be there? Is there
Yeah,
going to
I'm
be
guessing
support
it's
system?
just that she was dating someone not
Yeah,
really committed with somebody and
yeah.
they left.
Now is in like, can you bring the child to work? Like, do you want to think about a job where you can do that?
Or work a different shift than your mother
Get a
and
remote
see if
job?
she can help. And then, I mean,
Yeah,
like, it's a very difficult situation
of
for the
course.
sister, like, but she's obviously living with her family, so they're helping no matter what.
Yeah,
They're helping her. They probably don't charge her for a lot of things. They're probably paying for a lot of things for her while she's not working.
yeah,
So it's kind of like she needs to figure out another option where, you know, she's working when her mom is not, rather than working the same shift. and then seeing if her mom can help out more rather than her 14-year-old sister.
Yeah. I think yeah, and you got to be paying her. And also no means no. Like if she said no, then no. That's the answer.
Like, she didn't even like ask her, it was just assumed. And again, she's 14, she should be going out and doing other things rather than watching a baby. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, what if she wants to get her own job? You know, what's going to happen? Like I know
Yeah.
she's a couple years there or maybe like 1 year depending on where you live. She could be 15 and have a job. So what's going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Especially since she never said yes. You just forced it on her. Like that's not nice.
Um, Someone said, not the asshole. If you didn't make the baby isn't your responsibility. Your sister made the baby. Caring for the baby is her responsibility. And it's her responsibility to make sure substitute caregivers are willing to provide that care and are fairly compensated.
Yeah.
What's her plan when school starts again? Make you drop out? Your parents are also assholes because they should have never allowed this to happen.
Yeah. Also, is everybody working in the family and you guys still are not able to afford a babysitter? Mom's working, dad's working, sister's working, the mother.
Yeah.
So nobody can, and they all want to be like, they all want to act
They
like they're in
probably
their
just are like,
corner.
oh, it's easier and it's free.
Yeah, but it's not gonna last anyway.
It's like what makes the most sense is to have opposite shifts with your mother
Hmm.
and have the mother watch the baby when you're not there, and then you watch the baby when you are there, and for that to be what it is. Or for the dad to watch the baby when you're not there, and whatever. You shouldn't be making a 14-year-old do it unless you're going to pay her. And then also provide her experience, like, or provide her, like, information so that
Hmm.
she's not anxious all the time
She's not comfortable with it.
and she can't even, like, sleep. So I guess it's like, I think she said that they're doing, like, a night shift or something. So it's like this girl is literally wasting away for your baby and like her niece, obviously, but she's 14.
Right. It's not about how great the niece is. The niece is adorbs.
Mhm.
So this is just cut and dry. Again, it's just like families be sucking, man.
Yeah. Um Everyone said not the asshole. Like the overall vote was not the asshole.
Yeah, I agree.
Obviously, everyone's like, what the heck? And it's just not appropriate for a 14-year-old to be watching an infant.
With no training and no like, what do you call it? A desire. No like
Yeah.
motherly spirit. I guess she does not like. That's not her. I guess I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, it also depends on how old the baby is. Like, I mean, I'm assuming it's been like probably a few months, but it's obviously probably under a year old, and I think that does require a lot of training. Because even people who do babysitting it's usually like the child is a few years old,
Yeah.
typically. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's go to the next story.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for refusing to give my sister the wedding dress I bought, even though I'm not getting married anymore? So I, 29 female, was supposed to get married last year, but my fiance and I ended up breaking things off a few months before the wedding. It was mutual, no drama, just a realization that we weren't compatible long term. The thing is, I had already bought my wedding dress, custom made, cost me nearly $4,000. I know that's a lot, but I paid for it entirely myself, and it meant a lot to me at the time. After the breakup, I packed it up and put it in storage. Haven't been ready to sell it or do anything with it yet. It's emotional. Here's where things get messy. My younger sister, 24 female, recently got engaged. We're not super close, kind of different people, and she's always been a bit entitled. She came over a few weeks ago, saw the dress when we were organizing my storage closet, and asked if she could have it for her wedding. I kind of laughed and said, no, that's mine. She got annoyed and said, but you're not even getting married. You're just going to let it rot in a box? I told her again, no, it's personal to me. And even though I'm not using it right now, I'm not giving it away. She asked if she could buy it at a discount, and I said I wasn't ready to sell it. She threw a fit, called me selfish, and said I was being dramatic over just a dress. Our mom is now involved and thinks I should give it to her as a gesture of sisterly love and because it's going to waste. But I honestly feel like she's only asking because she doesn't want to pay for one herself. And she's not exactly struggling financially. So now I have my sister and my mom acting like I'm heartless and petty for not handing it over. But it feels like a boundary I want to keep. Am I the asshole?
No.
Yeah, you're not the asshole. First off, why would she even want to wear your dress that you were gonna wear? Like, that's a little weird.
Yeah, you guys are not even close.
And then, I mean, depending on how you feel about it, I mean, technically could always wear in the future. I mean, it's gonna be a little weird because you had it for the intention of marrying someone else, and maybe by then you won't even like it. But I mean, you could like alter it, you know, like in the future, like maybe make it the second dress, like make it like short, and
I
like
don't
for the like
know.
reception,
Yeah.
and like still kind of find a use for it
Yeah.
or whatever. Like you guys ended things like obviously it's gonna be emotional no matter what, but you guys ended things good, so it's not like oh, this is a dress I was gonna wear to marry a cheater or something like that, where it's like, I'm not gonna wear this, obviously, for my future husband. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, when you're marrying somebody else. But then,
Maybe.
if you ended things kind of normal, I mean, it was a few months before, so it's like,
Mm.
I don't know.
Depends on how you were feeling about the dress. If it was like, oh, this is what I always wanted for me, or did he have some input, or it's like made it more with him, or like they did it
Yeah, I
together.
think that changes things. Like, if that is gonna be your dream dress,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he didn't really know about it, like,
Yeah.
no involvement, then I don't think you can wear it in the future. So it kind of makes sense that you may want to keep it for yourself. But she didn't say that. She just said that she's not ready to sell it. It's emotional. And, I mean, no matter what, it's going to be weird watching. I mean, if you
Yeah.
watch your sister come down the aisle in the dress that you were going to wear,
Hmm.
like,
She could buy
you're
it
not
for
even going
four.
to be happy. You're not going to be
I
happy.
know it's gonna be
You're going to be
weird.
crying.
Are they even the same size? Is she gonna have to alter it?
I don't know.
She can buy it for 4,000. How about that?
I know, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So if you sell it, I mean, you low-key could probably sell it for the same amount that it costs. I mean, you don't even
Just
have to tell other people you spent 4,000 on it. You know, you could sell
I
it for a
know.
little more.
Patty, why don't family understand that no means no? The same with the last story. Just no means no. That's it. It's not yours to take.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
I mean, like she can just buy her own dress.
I know.
Not that
Dude,
hard.
you can get somebody dresses for pretty cheap. Not the best dresses, but you can still get it if money's an issue. But I guess it's not, right?
Yeah, she said that she's not struggling financially.
Then
So
that's it. And a conversation. Why getting the parents involved?
yeah,
I don't understand, Patty. It's making me exhausted hearing. Oh my gosh, you ruined the family. You're tearing the family apart.
it's like maybe you're tearing the family apart by asking an insensitive question.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you thinking about her feelings and how it's like it's just gonna rot. It's just gonna. What if she wanted to wear that in the future? Are you saying that she's never gonna get married? Like never?
I know, and she said it's in a box, and I'm like, it's not gonna rot in a box. That's the best place for it, like a keepsake wedding box. That's like the best thing. Ours is in a bag
Well, okay. So it's not a good thing to just keep it in a box. Like you gotta get it like sealed or something
from the light.
so that it doesn't become yellow.
Hmm.
Like
Yours
my
is
dress is probably gonna become yellow if I don't actually get it into a thing.
a thing.
Yeah.
Yours, I don't think it's gonna come yellow
Well, like eventually, like a
eventually.
long time.
Yours is like black at the bottom with the.
It's not black. Okay, it's just dirty.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a
it's supposed to,
rainy
like,
wedding
go.
day.
Like, you send it to somebody, they like clean it, and then they
Yeah.
put it in a thing and make it all cute. And yeah.
That somebody was your mom. She put it in a bathtub, and she was like, OxyClean.
No, I mean like when you are done with it.
Oh, she
Like
take care
I
of it.
wore
Yeah.
it again.
Right.
Technically, I wore my wedding dress on 2 different days.
That was
There you
awesome.
go.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Ah, beautiful. It looks really good there. I'm sure it's fine.
See, that's when it was already dirty.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad.
It didn't get that much more dirty there.
No, just the very tips.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, obviously everyone is saying not the asshole. People are saying like, just tell them that you sold it or donated it, and then hide it because they might come and try to steal it. Because that's
jeez.
like
Yeah,
happened before.
yeah.
Um, yeah, basically put it somewhere safer. Someone said not the asshole. No means no. I would hide the dress somewhere safer because your sister or mom might try and take it without you knowing.
That's what I've been saying. No means no.
I I feel like for like a lot of things it's okay to ask, but I feel like she probably shouldn't have asked that. Well, I guess it depends on like how long ago she had ended the wedding.
Yeah, I guess.
But like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of rude to even ask.
I think that's some families like there's less boundaries with family than it is with anybody or friends. I think the asking wasn't the worst part. The worst part was insisting.
I guess. But then when she asked, she's just like, it's gonna rot anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the worst part.
I don't know.
Like being rude. Asking, I would ask.
Mm.
You know, can't hurt.
And like if she really loved it. But
Yeah.
it seems like it's more so coming from a place of, I just want to save money.
Yeah, that's just yeah, exactly.
All right. I think we should go to the next one.
Am I the asshole for telling my family that my sister strongly implied that she doesn't want me at her wedding, causing most of them to RSVP no? My sister and I have always had a complex relationship and are very different from one another, but I do love her and only want her to be happy. She got engaged a few months ago, and at the beginning of last month, she called me and told me that they're going to have the wedding in Alberta, not Alberta, since his whole family is there, to Manitoba. She got engaged a few months ago, and at the beginning of last month, she called me and told me that they're going to have the wedding in Alberta, since his whole family is there. She said that she wants me there, but would totally understand if I didn't come since I don't fly, and it's a 3 to 4 day drive. At that moment, I didn't realize she was telling me not to come, so I told her that I wouldn't miss it for the world, that I would drive with our cousin and make a road trip out of it. Last Thursday, I got my invitation, and when I called to RSVP, I asked about the dress code, since my dad told me she emailed him about a certain color suit and tie so they could coordinate the pictures. She told me that I didn't have to worry about that it's nothing personal, but because I have stretched ears, piercing, and a tattoo on my hand, I don't fit the aesthetic they're going for. So if I come, we'll take pictures with just us, but I won't be in the pictures. I don't cry often, but that made me cry. And I told her that if she doesn't want me there, I won't go. She didn't say anything, and we hung up. On Friday, I had lunch with my grandparents and my uncle, and told them about it. My grandmother got so upset that she started crying, and told me that if I'm not welcome, neither are my grandparents. My aunt and her husband, all my cousins as well, RSVP'd no, and my brother and parents are thinking about not going as well. Although it means the world that they love me so much, I feel awful. Like I've ruined my sister's wedding, that I should have kept my mouth shut. Tell me, am I the asshole?
Um, well, you're not the asshole, obviously. Is she saying we'll take pictures with just us, but I won't be in the pictures? Like, as in, you're not going to be in the family pictures? Like, none of the professional pictures? Like, you're just going to be in selfies or something? Like, that's really disrespectful. Is she saying, like, I don't want you in the wedding party? Like, she can choose whoever she wants in the wedding party. And she can keep the reasons to herself and not say it's because of, um, you know, because of aesthetic or something. Like, she just doesn't want you in the wedding party, whatever. But, like, you're the family. You're going to be in the family photos. You're, like, it actually would make sense for the rest of your family to be like, we're not going if you're not welcomed in the family photos. Like,
I know.
how weird would it be for you to be there and they're like, okay, the whole Zwick family come
Yeah.
along,
Mhm.
and it's like, except for you.
Mhm.
Like, what? You're
Doesn't
the
make any sense.
sister.
The whole time reading the story, I kept checking up to be like, it says sister, right? Not sister-in-law or like stepsister or half-sister. It says sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up sister, not even adopted, which is still would be fucked up, but still.
Yeah.
Like, it just says sister, so what the hell?
Yeah. So, like, the reason that maybe her dad has to be in a certain color. I mean, like, that's just, he's just gonna be family only unless he's in the wedding party. Um, I mean, a certain color wouldn't really matter. So, yeah, I mean, that's just ridiculous. So basically, she wants a certain aesthetic, and like, that just doesn't make sense. You have to have your family in your family photos. Like, you're not gonna have your two brothers and your two parents and then just not have your sister in your family photos. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, if she's there, why is she not in the photos? That doesn't even make sense. Even for aesthetic reasons, it just doesn't make sense.
I don't even think it's for aesthetic reasons. I think she just doesn't want her to come and she wants her to be like, not to blame. She doesn't want. She wants to not invite you and not to blame. Because at the top it says like, "Oh, don't worry about. Don't feel like you have to come,"
Yeah,
which is already like there's nothing
because
said
she
about
probably
aesthetic
didn't
there.
want to have to say,
Yeah,
you don't fit my aesthetic. That's what it comes down to.
you think so?
It's literally just that because she doesn't like the way that her ears look or whatever. The stretched ears because of piercings and
Yeah.
whatever.
Honestly, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
It just doesn't matter at the end of the
tell
day.
her the color you want her to be in
Yeah.
for so that it can be a little aesthetic. The family photos are for you and your family.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna take those photos and send it to a magazine.
I know.
Like, it's gonna just be photos that you want because those people are in it. No one else are gonna see those photos and be like, wow, oh my gosh, I wish I was you or something. You're so aesthetic. Your aesthetic family. No one's gonna give a shit about that. It's literally just your family's gonna like it. They're gonna hang it up on their walls. They're gonna print it out. They're gonna whatever, put it on their Facebook. Okay? And that's because, oh, look at my daughter, she just got married, and all of us as a family. That's all it's gonna be. So why does it matter that the family photos are that aesthetic? Like it doesn't matter as long as everyone's there. That's cool. So it makes sense. Maybe you don't want her in your wedding party because of your aesthetic, but keep that to yourself.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
just not.
also because she lives far away, so it's like she can't be involved or something. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever reasons, or you're not close or whatever, because you're willing to not have her there. You must not be that close. Um, but she's not gonna be in all the wedding party photos or all that. She has to be in the family photos. And
Yeah.
honestly, she's doing this to herself. So the fact that a lot of your family is like, I'm not gonna go if you're like being told to not come, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. It's.
Obviously, it should come around. Like, hopefully, she'll realize that she's the idiot,
Yeah.
and then everybody ends up going
Yeah.
and doesn't like hold that grudge.
Yeah.
But I think she deserves the threat, and she deserves the like possibility that they won't come if she doesn't change her mind.
Yeah. It's crazy that she's gonna. She would be coming, and wouldn't be in the photos that go on like Facebook.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. There's like very specific reasons why you could not want a certain family member at a wedding, like a few, like, and they're really bad. Like, oh, they did something really bad to me, or I don't know. And it's like, obviously she's not. I mean, she kind of did say you don't have to come, but she's not revoking the invitation. So
She just wanted it to be easier. She would rather you not be there
mhm.
to make it easier so that she didn't have to say this.
Yeah,
But no matter what, this is how it has to be.
she doesn't want
And
you
it's
there.
just ridiculous.
Yeah, I hate that.
Someone said, not the asshole, you had every right to speak to your family about being hurt. It was their choice to turn down the invitation.
Yeah,
OP said, I'm second guessing myself, wondering if I said something to them and not say to a friend because subconsciously I knew that they'd react badly. I know that consciously I wasn't trying to be vindictive, but and
I don't see
then
how the OP could be the asshole at all.
she said she's always been very I mean, she's always been highly accomplished in a very conventional way, where I struggled a lot in ways that I don't want to get into, and it took a lot of work for me to get to the decent place I'm in now. And
Yeah.
she's always thought that our family loving me just as much as they love her meant that they were favoring me because she earned it and I didn't.
Is she older?
Um, I don't think the ages are there, but I think she's basically saying that she's probably had like struggles
Yeah.
and her sister hasn't, and her sister's like, well, I deserve the love from my family because I, went to nursing school or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
It's got to be
then
like that. It's got to be nursing, of course.
and then and you are just, I don't know, whatever.
I definitely can picture the dynamic pretty clearly in my head. Like
Yeah.
I've seen it before, so I understand. And the fact that she's putting aesthetic over family that's not cool. That's inexcusable.
It just take the family photos. Like it's a small
Yeah.
portion of the day.
Yeah, it's like the whole family, and then it's like who I wish the family only consisted of is like,
Yeah, it's
like
just fucking weird.
what are you gonna tag that? It's like everybody except for your sister. What are you gonna tag that as? What's the caption? We got rid of the unsuccessful people in the room, or we got rid of the this Mr. Struggle or Mrs. Struggle.
Yeah.
This is like really weird and makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Everyone obviously said not the asshole.
Yeah.
Um, all right, let's go to the next story.
All right. Am I the asshole for not making the trip cross country to meet my nephew because my family are assholes to my wife? Hi, my family hates my wife. Hi, my family hates my wife. Hi, my family hates my wife. They don't like that she took me away from the East Coast. She was valid. They don't like that she took me away from the East Coast. She was bigger when we met. She didn't go to a good school. She doesn't want kids. She's too girly and then not girly enough. She can seem cold at first because she is a little reserved. And on and on and on. It has been hard. I was close to my brother, but he led the charge early on because she called him out for something and he didn't like it. He's the favorite, so they took his side. My little sister was the most neutral. I've tried to talk to them about it so many times, but eventually just realized I wasn't going to change. It wasn't going to change. I love my wife. I have no regrets. This past Christmas will be the last. They didn't give her any gifts, excluded her from the cookie party, and I caught Mom and my aunts talking about her twice. I got us early flights and took her skiing. Her dad loves her. We have weekly cigar walks. Her mom drops by just for hugs. Her brothers and I have our own group chat. Her sister baked me a fucking birthday cake. Nice. It should be this way with my family. I'm trying not to be all emo, but this shit hurts. My brother, the favorite, is having his first child in July. They have asked me, not us, just me, to come meet him. I told them no. I'm sick of this bullshit. Unless everything changes, I'm not going to waste my money. Mom got on the phone and told me I don't have to bring her. I should just come myself. I said, no, we're married. We're a package deal. She twisted it to, oh, so she won't let you come unless she comes too? I told her no, I'm saying this. I'm sick of them treating her like shit. It's Jerry Springer levels of trashy. Dumb thing to say, and it's setting her off listing all the grievances they have with her. Some of it is just fucking stupid. She carries a water bottle wherever she goes. Yeah, Mom, she's from fucking California. We all do. It's... Dad jumped in to back up Mom and accused me of holding adult problems against an unborn child. My dad said that I'm really not going to be part of my nephew's life because my wife can't get along with the rest of my family. This is what I'm stuck on. Am I wrong? I do want to be in my nephew's life, and this isn't his fault. But it feels wrong to reward them because it just won't ever end. Am I the asshole? This is a crazy story. Like, all the reasons they're coming up with make no sense. And it's like, Jesus said, go find a wife.
You always love to say this.
No, I guess he said, like, sons leave your family, find a. I don't remember what the verse is, but that's the point of marriage. You're a package deal.
You're not the asshole. You, if you want to be a part of your nephew's life, not wife,
Almost got you there.
life, then this shouldn't hold that back.
There's nothing to do with it.
Like them saying, "Oh, you're not gonna be a part," then they're like the nephew's aunt isn't gonna be part of the life because you
Yeah.
don't like her.
Yeah.
I don't
Because she
understand.
pulled you away from the East Coast.
I guess that's
And she has a water
part
bottle.
of it is that she took him to California, obviously pretty far, very far, and they just don't like her for no reason, and they kind of make it. They act as if, this is just for the time being. Eventually they're gonna divorce or something like that. Like,
Yeah, right? They don't even acknowledge, which is eerily familiar. I was going to say, like, yeah, my family's a little bit like this. They wouldn't even put an effort. If somebody, like, feels that, oh, you guys got married and moved to California, it's like, well, then they would put an effort to come see you.
yeah,
Like, this is, nothing stops, like, if you're really family, if family is really number one, then you wouldn't let anything get in the way of that.
also, what's the issue of her having a water bottle wherever she goes? Can we just talk about that?
Justice for water
from the
bottles?
East Coast.
Yeah.
I like bringing a water bottle with me wherever I went.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's just a California thing.
I know, right? The wife's family seems so nice, and they're accepting
Yeah,
him so much compared to his family.
like he should probably tell them that though. Like
Yeah.
if he hasn't said that, he should say all those things to them. Like we do this, we do that. The siblings treat me like this. The dad, we go and do this. Well, all that stuff, and then say, and what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
When we're there together, you're talking shit about her
Mm-hmm.
and you're not including her into things and all this stuff. And you want us to move back to the East Coast for what? Because out here, we're actually, family. We actually go and do things. They're actually there for us. We actually talk like family.
Yeah.
And why would I ever move back to the East Coast if you're not going to treat us like they're treating us? Like, it would be like you're just making it more likely for them to never want to first come visit you,
Yeah.
and second, ever the possibility of moving back, which is just never going to happen because obviously her family is just way better.
Yeah. Even if it doesn't work out, like the marriage, they get divorced or something, it doesn't ever sound like he's gonna go back to East Coast, and it sounds like he's made like friends for life with this family as well.
If I was him, like, just make it a point that, like, even if we were to ever be separated or to get divorced, you're making it so impossible for me to even want to be around you guys.
Yeah.
And how do I know that if I'm with anyone else, that it's going to be any different? And second, this is the love of my life. Her family is amazing. Why would I go marry anyone else? Why would I ever break up with her?
Yeah.
You hate her for no reason because of a water bottle.
She's not the lucky one in this situation. He's the lucky one. He found a great wife and a great family.
Yeah, so I would just say all that, and then maybe they'll start thinking, and be like,
Yeah.
wow, okay. Or they're going to be stubborn.
Yeah.
But I would say, I'm not the one not choosing to be in my nephew's life. You guys are choosing that because you're refusing to treat us like the married couple that we are.
Yeah. It's just I never really I never even when I was like young and I thought about what a family was, I never even thought about how it can get to the point where it is for these people, and it is in a lot of people's lives, where it's like you're not even a thought they have like once a month.
Yeah.
Like they don't you're not even acknowledged that you exist in their brain, and when they think of getting everybody together, you're not even called.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we gotta get the whole family together, and it's like, no, okay, well he's too far.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even bother.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always the young people who make the drive, make the effort. It's the younger people in the family who always got to come out. We're always coming out. No one ever comes to see us. You know? Bada bing, bada boom.
Someone said, "You, you are a hero. Your family hates your wife for no reason. You see how much that hurts her and how ridiculous the grievances are, and you are holding them accountable. The unborn child isn't going to be affected or to be bothered by you being or not being in their lives. It is your adult family who made the choice to be terrible, and they are the ones who will suffer for it."
Yeah. This is going to be the last story, guys. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I don't want him spending so much time with his friend anymore? I, 40 female, have been married to my husband, 40 male, for 12 years. We have 2 kids, ages 8 and 12, and overall, our family life is pretty great. However, there's one issue that's been bothering me for a while now, and I only recently expressed it to my husband. My husband's friend Mark recently moved to our city and lives nearby. They probably haven't seen each other in almost a decade. They were close friends in college, but after graduating, they went their separate ways and didn't speak much. I've only recently gotten to know Mark, and I have only met him a few times with my husband. Here's the best way I can describe Mark. He is the same age as us, but acts as if he's still in college. He's loud, brash, and has this I'm living the dream attitude that's way too self absorbed for my liking. He works in finance and is financially successful, which he loves to remind everyone about. He drives a flashy car, wears expensive clothes, and assumes he's what everyone dreams to be. Essentially, he's like a finance bro who has freshly graduated college, except 40 years old. Another thing is, he's been divorced twice. Not that going through a divorce is an issue. According to Mark, both marriages ended because of irreconcilable differences. But honestly, it feels like Mark just doesn't take relationships seriously. Mark has kids as well, son and a daughter. He talks about his daughter a lot, but it's mostly complaints about how she's becoming more like her mom, his ex-wife. He says it in a way that makes it sound like a bad thing, as if the mom somehow ruined her. Mark has never disrespected me directly, he barely spoke to me, but it's the overall vibe he gives off that bothers me. My husband's behavior hasn't changed since meeting him, but a lot of times when my husband comes home, he has this carefree attitude, as if Mark has brought the youth out of him. Sometimes I feel like it's a version of him that I have never met. There is no issue doing this once in a while, but my husband meets Mark easily 3 to 4 times a month. Eventually, I expressed my concern to my husband. I told him I don't really like how often they go out drinking, and that Mark seems very immature. I just don't want my husband picking up traits from him. My husband responded by saying how he doesn't like my friend Claire, but doesn't complain about me hanging out with her. Apart from Claire being blunt and opinionated, she isn't a bad influence, and is also married with 3 kids. I don't want it to make it seem like I'm trying to control who my husband hangs out with, but his friend Mark is just not a good influence at all. So, Patty, what do you think?
What do you think?
I kind of think not the asshole. I'm kind of
Really?
thinking that because it's kind of an important thing when you are married with somebody and you have kids with that person. Who they're around can be kind of important, especially if he's just an annoying person. Normally, I'm the kind of person who's like, your spouse shouldn't control who you're friends with. I kind of am leaning towards not the asshole because he just seems like not a good influence, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like the husband's carefree around him, like he doesn't have responsibilities. It's just seeming a little weird, and I think the wife has a right to have a voice here.
Um,
Maybe I would have a different perspective if the story was written from the husband's perspective. I would have a different side to it all.
I mean, I think that, I feel like the wife is kind of the asshole
You think so?
because I think that it's fair for her to say she doesn't like how much they go out drinking. I feel
Yeah.
like that is fair,
Yeah.
but just saying like how much they hang out is not exactly fair because if he's saying, "Well, I don't like your friend either," and then she's like, "Well, she's just blunt and whatever," and it's like, "Well, that technically could be a bad influence on you. Like you could become more blunt or like critical." because you're around her, and that could affect your relationship just as much as him being around his friend where he's kind of acting like a college student. But I mean, she's just saying that he's leaving the conversation with his friend feeling a little more carefree, which isn't really bad.
Yeah, could be good. There could be very well be a whole other side of this story that we're not hearing.
And she's like, and my friend, she has 3 kids. And it's like, okay. And his friend has 2. And like, yeah, I definitely think that like he's probably not the greatest person. Like, it sounds like he's a bit of a piece of shit for like, I don't know, just saying, oh, my daughter is becoming more like my ex-wife. It's like, okay, like, dude. But
Yeah.
like you can kind of tell from what she said of him that he is probably not the best person. But if they're not like, if it's not like he's making him go out and be more carefree and going gambling and,
Strip clubs or whatever.
whatever else
Yeah.
that could mean, then I would be like, you're not the asshole. But if he's just hearing about his life and he's like traveling, like he's acting as if he doesn't have kids, which is not good because then that means he's probably not like a present father. Like, I can get what you're saying, but like if your husband is a good guy or a good man or a strong man, like he's not just going to be around his friend who is like probably not the best father and probably not the best, obviously not the best husband, then like it's not really going to affect you because your husband should be able, like, yeah, your friends influence you, but it's not going to change your morals. And like if your morals are, I have responsibility, I'm a father, I'm a husband, at the bare minimum, but you should also love your family, and that should be another tier to that. But if bare minimum you have these morals, I don't think being around your friend is gonna sway that. They're probably not even really talking about that. They're probably talking about random shit.
Yeah.
Like typically it seems like men don't really talk about their relationships and their like family dynamics as much as like women do. They're probably not talking about that, and he's probably not plugging in ideas in his head being like, you should get divorced just like me, and then we can go and do this together. And like as long as he's not saying these things, like it seems like you're taking it too far.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too. I'm pretty open, honestly, on both sides of this. I'm kind of feeling like I don't even know anymore. I think that what I would do in this situation is, since there's no like immediate danger, there's no like nothing. It's not a crazy story.
Yeah.
I could let it come to a head first. I could let if there's something bad, it'll come to light. So I could let it come to light first.
Yeah, like you could be right. Like maybe something will happen, and he will try to convince your husband of something or whatever. But again, it's just,
You think it's jumping the gun?
I think that you, if you're gonna tell him to like lessen the amount of times they hang out, then he has every right to say that about your friend who he doesn't like.
Yeah. In this conversation, if my wife came up to me and said this about my friend, I would not jump to be like, "Well, your friend sucks too." Like I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't think that's good either.
Yeah, that wasn't a good response. I would say, I would argue with my wife. I would like give her an argument as to why I don't think that's true
Yeah.
and why I should hang out with him and why it's fine. That's what I would say.
I think that, of course, he could have been more understanding and been like, oh, I can see what you're saying, but I'm also an adult. Just as much as he's saying, this guy's a 40-year-old who's acting like a college student. Like, her husband's also that age. He's 40. He shouldn't be as highly influenced by his friends. Like,
Yeah.
I think that like saying or that like psychology is more so honestly before your 30s. Like most people get stubborn after their 30s. At least I think they do.
Yeah, like
And I
stuck in
don't
their
think
ways.
your friends are going to change your core beliefs. So like it seems like she's scared that he's going to leave her or something. Like I don't know. Like it's a little like weird. Like I don't know what she's scared of. That he comes back and he's feeling like, oh, maybe we can go to Mexico for a vacation. Like, and then she's like, oh, I hate that he's more carefree right now. Like, I don't get it. Like, what is she
Yeah.
mad about? Like, what are they talking about? How carefree is he feeling? And is he like, I want to be carefree with you, or is he being like,
Mm,
I want to go to Spain by myself for a month? You know,
yeah.
like I don't understand. Like carefree can mean a lot of different things, and that's usually what you kind of need when you're older. Like you need to
Yeah.
be more carefree.
Carefree is definitely more of a neutral thing.
Yeah,
There's just I feel like there's just like it's nothing really concrete. Not like not all of this is really just not going anywhere, and I don't really have enough.
the only thing she said is that he comes home with a carefree attitude, as if Mark has brought the youth out in him.
Yeah.
So that's all positive.
Yeah.
So if you're mad that he's like happy, then it's like what?
What do you? So here's the. Let's just, I guess, kind of tackle this question here, Patty. Like, as a married couple, if someone is like annoying, and I'm hanging out with them, what is the appropriate thing to do? And you don't like them, and that's the only problem is that you don't like them. What's the solution?
Like it depends.
That's the only thing. The only problem is that you don't like them. They're annoying. But I don't see a problem with it. And it's not like
I
we
usually
haven't had
wait
this
a very
before.
long time.
Yeah.
I don't just like immediately be like, oh, I don't know about him. It's usually after a while and I see a pattern. I'm like, okay, this person doesn't seem like the kind of person we want to be around.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just like if you're talking about is she jumping the gun? Is she like,
I
you
mean,
know,
they've been friends for I think a while.
they're reconnecting, right?
He recently moved to a city.
Yeah.
They probably haven't seen each other in almost a decade.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, they're reconnecting.
Yeah. So I guess maybe I would slightly lean toward asshole then. I guess I'm coming around a little bit, but oh yeah, just still I'm kind of can see both ways, and I'm leaning towards hey, there doesn't really seem like an issue right now, and this is one of those things that it's like there's no safety concern. There's no like oh get out, get out while you still can. Like it's one of those things where it's like maybe you should wait to see
Yeah,
it
she
start to
said that
go
she's
bad.
only met him a few times.
Yeah, this is too early.
Yeah.
Maybe you are kind of pushy.
I think, yeah, I feel like she is more asshole. Because I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe like everyone's, or not maybe everyone sucks, but like no assholes.
Yeah, that too.
But like, because it's like I can kind of see her point.
Yeah.
But then I also am like, no.
Mhm.
But now I kind of feel like maybe she is more the asshole because it's just so quick. And like he just started like
Yeah.
hanging out with him.
Yeah.
And like I think that's also when you could say, "Hey, I don't like that you're going out drinking 4 times a month
Yeah.
like for various reasons." And I
Mhm.
think that's fair. And I think that's okay to bring up early. Like I think that's better to bring up early. But everything else, like saying that specifically hanging out with him, like just like I would tell him to just go and do something else.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you not just go out drinking with him? Can you go and do something else? Because I don't like how much you're going out and drinking.
That's a valid concern, but right now it's pretty innocent. What do the comments say?
So the overall vote is asshole.
Okay.
And then someone said, you're the asshole. You literally said it bothers you when he comes home happy. Your husband is literally bothered by a friend of yours, and you completely dismissed it. This guy said his daughter is becoming more like her mom, which is not a complaint, by the way. It's just possibly something he notices. My son is more like my wife every day, and I love that about him. You seem like an unhappy person.
Mm.
By the way, that your friend Claire is married with kids does not make her a good influence. It seems more like her blunt and opinionated attitude has rubbed off on you and made you a bad influence.
Yeah, I can see that.
Her husband is like, well, I don't really like your friend, and I haven't complained this whole time.
That's the valid part.
You know,
Yeah.
so I think that it's more and more like, yeah, she's definitely the asshole.
Yeah, I think we're definitely coming to that point.
Someone said, you do seem to be trying to control who your husband hangs out with. I understand not liking Mark. From your description, I also don't like Mark. But right now, all your husband has done is hang out with a friend he hasn't seen much of recently. If he's neglecting you and the kids or his other responsibilities, that's one thing. But you didn't mention that. You're the asshole. Your husband is an adult. Trust him to be one and let him spend time with his friend.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like
We really
that's also true.
formed
Like,
it.
if there was other aspects that she didn't add,
Yeah.
then that could change the whole story.
Yeah.
But you would think she would have added it if
Yeah.
that was what was happening. So
She was reaching and she was like scraping for scraps about this, so we didn't really get much.
I think that she's probably just,
Me jealous.
yeah, like kind of jealous, or like jealous of like him spending so much time with someone else. Maybe she wants him to spend that time with her. I don't
Yeah.
know. But they kind of seem like they're not exactly those kind of people. So I don't know.
Maybe when she hangs out with Claire, she doesn't ever get kid-free time.
Yeah, like there could be other reasons why she's upset. That, yeah, like that he gets to go out to a bar
Mm-hmm.
and get to, let like be carefree. Where she, yeah, like when she's with Claire, it's a play date, and she also gets to see her friend finally. Like, maybe, there's more reasons why she can be mad, which can be totally valid. But as of right now, just saying
Yeah.
he's happy
Yeah.
is making you upset. Like, obviously she's not happy in some way.
Yeah.
So either that's caused by him or it's caused by herself. And she's got to figure that out.
Yeah, there's definitely could be a lot more with the relationship that we could talk about, but there's nothing said. So it's like, so far, yeah, asshole, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like always, am I the asshole is always like, well, asshole is always a strong word. Sometimes it's fitting. But a lot of times it's like, I guess I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I think that right now she's being an asshole, but she needs to really actually understand why she's upset.
Yeah, there's probably a reason. There's probably something she's not putting into words.
Yeah.
She's like, I just don't like him, and it's like your husband neglects you. Is that what you want to? Is there something there? But we're not hearing anything, so
Yeah.
got to go with what we can see.
Yep.
So I kind of came around on that. I guess is like, I don't know. Funny story.
Well, I think that's the end.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching Love Life Support, the best podcast with the best host and the best hostess.
Bye.
Bye.